What's up, ninjas? It's Pump Monday. But we got a situation going on. Hate to say it, on a Pump Monday, but it is what it is. That's right, ninjas. You already know what I'm talking about. My channel is what I'm dealing with out here in the real world. This is the kind of stuff we're dealing with. See, this is the kind of stuff that a lot of guys who are watching these videos don't understand. Or maybe they do and they just think it's funny. You can't find really good help. Period. And when you do, it's temporary. You know, sometimes people say, oh, you business owners, you're so mean. No. No. It's called business. It's not personal. It's business. This is how we make our bread. You understand? People pay for quality. And it is the owner's responsibility to make sure everything gets done properly and in a timely manner. And make sure the list gets completed, because if the lists don't get complete, because at the end of the day, the list is law. And this is not the first time, but I'm really surprised because it is a Monday. He's had throughout the last week several ups and downs. I'm not sure what's going on. But I don't know what's going on with these employees in general. It's like they want the job and then, like for example, I've asked him not to sleep in the truck. He keeps falling asleep. Why? Because he's not getting enough sleep. Why is he not getting enough sleep? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But I do know if you are taking your job seriously in the position that you have and knowing that you need to have good food on you, in you, bring lunch, whatever, you need to have good sleep, which even sleep myself, I have to work on that. But heck, seems to me this baby doesn't sleep all night. I'm not falling asleep in the truck or on the mower. I don't know. Anyway, it's Pump Monday, so not sure what's going on here. Look, employees is tough. Employees is tough. It's tough, ninjas. You have to look, we all want to grow our business. Boo! This beautiful explosion of success and growth and money making. Woohoo! Ninja slicing and dicing. When we start, we're all so excited. But then the growth arrives, right? You got all this work, ninjas, all this work. Customers be calling you, emailing you, wanting quotes. The ones you got, calling you, where you at? Now you need help. So now you go start hiring. But what happens when you start hiring? Then you discover, oh, this is not what I thought it'd be. Now, I've gone through this long time ago, years ago. I'm just telling you guys, some of you who are wanting to explode into this huge business. And it's okay. It's good to have plans and goals, and I say go for it. But I'm trying to tell you what you're going to encounter. It's just the industry that we're in. I think ultimately, it's the type of industry that we're in. You don't need a college degree. You don't really even need a high school degree. You just got to be able to walk and hold a weed eater and blow off. I understand this is labor work, but it's not as hard as some other labor work, such as roofers, plumbers, concrete people, right? Asphalt, stuff like that. You could be picking up 50-pound concrete bags all day long or carrying shingles up to the roof. I'm sure a lot of you ninjas who are watching this know what I'm talking about. You might be doing one of those things. I don't get it. I don't get it. You pay people really good, and sometimes people think, oh, it's the money. It's the money. Money, money, money. How can they be motivated when they're not making enough money? No, I can't speak for everyone, but I can speak for myself. They make really good money. And I've learned a long time ago, it's not the money. The more you give them, the more they mess up. It's not the money. It really doesn't matter how much money you give to a person who doesn't know how to financially be stable and control and be financially organized, right? It's kind of like this. Picture a person who's never had money and never gotten ahead in life and always worked these $7, $8, $9 jobs, $10 jobs, okay? And then all of a sudden they get like a really good paying job. And all of a sudden, and they've never been able to be financially stable, and all of a sudden they get this huge amount of money every week. What do? I know what I would do. Right? Be crazy. Same like, perfect example, and I gotta go, because I gotta go mow this. If you have a dog on a leash, I might have even said this once before. Can't remember. And the dog has been on that leash all of its God-given life. It's never left the leash, never been unhooked from the leash. The dog knows nothing but the leash. Well, one day, the leash breaks. Oh, chain got old, rusty. What happens? Now the dog's off the leash. What do you think the dog is gonna do? You think it's still gonna stay in that area? You think it's gonna stay in that property? No. He's gonna run. And that's what happens the more money you give to people who are not financially stable. They run. The problem is, if the dog doesn't look to the left or to the right and he runs out on the street, what can happen? Ha-bah! Gets hit by a car. That, my friends, is the same ideal situation what happens with people in general who are not financially stable. The more money you give them, the more money they get. Now they go crazy and they mess up their life even more than what it is. Now, I'm not saying you don't pay people fair. Sure, you pay people fair. Absolutely. But what I'm trying to tell you is the industry that we're in, that's just what it is. You don't need a degree. You don't need even a high school diploma. You need someone with a good will and a good attitude. Heck, seems like the doors are open for just about anybody, and they still can't freaking keep a serious attitude and a good attitude and take their position seriously. Now Noah's walking back over here. I know he ain't done. He just started when the camera started. He made a quick little circle around the back. That's it. So I'm gonna start mowing, and this is what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to call him and tell him you missed this, you missed this, you missed this. So now it's more time. Definitely a different type of Pump Monday, but we're still gonna get everything done. So I gotta go mow. This baby is obviously gonna wait on me, so let's roll. It's a wrap. Noah's just blown off, and we got one more in this area, and then we're gonna go to another area. Dust. It's not easy, and there's a lot of us in this real world out here who are doing this for a living, not just being the YouTubers who make it sound so freaking easy and smooth sailing, right? No, it's not. Anybody that tells you that every day is smooth sailing and every day is so easy, and those are not the lawn care guys. I talked about this a few months ago. You've got your lawn care guys that are showing you what they're really doing and uploading YouTube videos. Then you got your YouTubers who are making videos about lawn care and making it look like how easy it is, and reviewing things, trying out new products, and yeah, let's crush it. Let's just kill the game. Nobody's talking about the real world, how hard it is out here. Because how can they talk about that? They don't know what that's like. How can they talk about something they don't know? They can only talk about what they do know. Which brings me to my next topic. Solo versus employees or couples. I've had a couple of questions asking me what I thought about solo versus employees, or even like couples, you know, partners, your better half. And if you have just enough work for yourself, then I'd say stay solo. If you have to start hiring people, just be prepared and good luck. I think a lot of people get fed up with the real world out here, dealing with employees and the drama, and they bring problems from home to work, that they go solo or they end up working with their better halves. We're gonna answer that question of what I think about working with your better half, right? You know, I've literally had several people ask me what my thoughts are on that. And I want you to know that Mama Ninja worked for me for like a good solid season, okay? And I've learned a lot from that, and she has too, and so I'm definitely gonna give my opinion on that. I'm not gonna do it now because he's done. Mama Ninja worked with me for about one season, I think, and this was a while ago. And I've had a lot of questions. I don't know why all of a sudden you guys have asked me this, which is fine. I don't care to answer my opinion on it, but I don't know why all of a sudden. But it's quite simple. I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with it. I really don't. If partners, your other better half, and you want to work together, that's fine. If it works out for you, then that's fine. But I can only tell you how it was for me and Mama when we did it. We had no problems. We worked along great, but we also... Look, guys, it's different when you have employees, and it's different when you have your wife or your husband or whatever working with you, right? Of course, it's different. Whoever tells you it's not, they're lying. Because you're a team. First of all, I'm gonna tell you, first of all, right off the bat, if it's your company and you have a husband, or if it's your company and you have a wife or whatever, and they're working for you, do not call them employees. So that just dawned on me to make sure I say that. Because they're not your employees. That's your wife or that's your husband. They're not your employees. To me, that would be degrading. Okay? First and foremost. That'd be degrading to me, because when Mama Ninja worked for me, did it ever even dawn on me that she was my employee? Come on, guys. No, she was more like a partner of mine. I mean, we're in this together. You know, when you are with somebody, it's not the same. So, to me, it's degrading calling somebody an employee if they're really not an employee. It's your husband, it's your wife. Yeah. But it's not the same, because you know each other. If there's a problem or something gets missed, you're most likely gonna go grab a weed eater or blower and touch it up, right? Unlike if you have an employee you're paying, you're gonna wanna show them what's been missed so they can learn from that in hopes to next time they don't miss, because you're paying for it. So I don't have a problem with it. I hope that answers your question. I don't see an issue with it. I personally don't care to do it, and here's why. It's nothing against Mama Ninja or me working together. We have no problem working together. But I think at the same time, it's actually really good for couples to separate, right? Think about it. It's good for people to separate, not be up each other's butt 24/7. I think if you miss each other, it's better, right? Instead of constantly being not only at home with the kids together, but now you're also working side by side. But look, if it works for people, for some people, that's fine. But me and Mama would prefer to actually, she does her thing, right? During the day, stays occupied with baby Ninja, and I do my thing. And then when we come together, and you know, in the evenings, or if I'm off on the weekends, we have a lot to talk about. When you're together 24/7, what the heck do you talk about? You know, so that's the only downfall, I guess, that it was for us. We actually kind of enjoy having our own space, and then we come together later. But yeah, there's no issues with it. I think it's fine, but definitely a big difference. I mean, it's not an employee situation, right? I mean, you guys, I'm sure, understand that. Yeah, it's a partnership, not an employee. This is it for Pump Monday. I don't know where that energy came from. It should have been there about an hour and a half ago. See you tomorrow, ninjas. Peace.